So there is one revision that I've made to the kit since kind of putting this guy out for pre-order. So when I spoke to some of you guys about these kits and you guys were asking questions about things, one of the things that I've asked was, do you like to have access to presets so you can change different tuning presets or subwoofer control? We did state that the kit will come with a knob for subwoofer control, so you can independently adjust the volume of your sub. We're actually gonna do it a little different, and we're doing this knob here. So we're gonna throw this in for free. This is the Audison DRC AC knob. So this knob has multi-functions. It will allow you to change presets, and it will allow you to have subwoofer control. It's just gonna be a lot more functional knob. It is bigger, but this is going to work out a little bit better for what we're doing, because we are going to have a few different presets in the amplifier that you'll be able to select through. So we are throwing this knob in for free with you guys on this pre-order. These knobs are normally like $200, $220 for the whole kit. So we're just going to throw that in for free for you guys as a little thank you for jumping in on this pre-order. So because of that, we have another cable. This cable, basically what you want to do is just follow that tweeter wire that we ran this way. So you can run it at the same time if you want to. And we're just going to prep it so that we can install the knob. So what we're going to do, easiest way to kind of get to that spot is, let's just pop the handbrake cover off, which literally just pulls right up. And then that gives us a little access into the center console. So all we're going to do is just run the cable in, get our hand in here and just fish the cable through for now. And we're just going to leave it there on the side until we get to the point of actually mounting the knob. So we're just prepping that to get that ready. So I just wanted to let you guys know that this is included in the kit, and you will want to run that cable that way with that tweeter wire at the same time. So our tweeter wire runs up and goes across, and we're coming out over here right now, and then we're going to work our way across. Knob cable will follow that path here, but instead of going that way, we're just going to go straight up through here, leave it on the side, and then we'll get to that later when we do that knob install. Okay, so this is the video showing you guys about this DRC AC knob. So this is a multifunction knob that is optional, but we're throwing it in with these kits just as a thank you on these pre-orders. It's like a $220 knob because it's a multifunction. It does, technically it will do master volume, it will do presets, it will do subwoofer control, it will do balance and fader. It'll do a bunch of different things, but most of those functions aren't needed on this system, so we have a lot of those deactivated. So essentially what you will get with this is you have your preset capabilities and your subwoofer controls. So right now it's in sleep mode, so none of the LEDs are on. When we want to use the knob, if we accidentally turn it, it's not going to do anything because of sleep mode. So what we want to do to use it is push the knob in. And right now it indicates 2 green LEDs. That is our preset menu. Flashing LED means we are on preset 1. Double tap will get us into preset 2. Double tap again to get into preset 1. It'll just cycle between preset 1 and preset 2. Preset 1 is a no time alignment setup. So it's going to give you a wider soundstage and that more quote-unquote surround sound. A lot of you guys don't like how forward the JBL system is, and it sounds like a lot of your information is coming from the dash. That's actually a very traditional sound quality system where it sounds like the band is in front of you, the singer is front and center. And that's kind of how a traditional sound quality system is set up. So the way that they did that from the factory was kind of cool for people that are into that kind of thing, but a lot of you guys don't like that. So what we did is we created a preset that's going to give you more surround sound, front to rear, left to right, and it's not going to be so front and centered. But if you do like that more traditional front centered sound quality type of system, then you do have your preset 2, and that will have time alignment set. It'll have other things set so that it'll give us more of that sound quality stage, but it'll still be better staging than the JBL system. So it'll still sound a little bit more full. It'll still sound more wide. You'll still have some rear fill. So it's definitely going to be different than how the JBL system is, but you will have that option if you choose to use that. So from here, we're back in sleep mode again. So one press will get us into preset. Second press will get us into red, which is subwoofer control. So default is half, so 50%. So as we turn it, we see the lights go up, and we turn it the other way, we see the lights go down. So that's going to increase and lower your subwoofer volume independently from the rest of the system. So you have that flexibility for those that, you know, maybe you listen to a very wide variety of music and you listen to very bass heavy music. If you listen to very bass heavy music, you're probably going to want it to be, you know, in that lower half of the knob. And then when you listen to rock or country, something that doesn't have a lot of bass, and you want to add more bass to it, then you have that range to go up higher so you can get some more bass out of your system. Just because it goes all the way up doesn't mean the system is capable of playing at that level continuously on certain music. So if you're listening to very bass heavy music, you're not going to turn that guy all the way up. You risk damaging the speaker. The rule of thumb is, as you turn this knob up, if you notice you hit a point where the bass isn't getting any louder, you're maxing out that subwoofer. Back it down a couple LEDs just to be on the safe side. So just because it goes all the way up doesn't mean you're going to turn it all the way up. So just something to keep in mind. So, and we're back. So we're in subwoofer control. If we press it again, we'll go back to preset. So basically, it's just going to cycle between those two menus. And then if you wait about a minute or so, the LEDs will shut off and it'll go back into sleep mode. So again, one press, presets. If you want to change the preset, double press. We'll go back to preset 1, back to preset 2. To enter the subwoofer menu is just a single press, and then you turn the knob to control. So it's very simple, very easy to use, but that is something nice to have if you want to get those presets and whatnot. As far as installing the knob, you do have quite a few different ways you can do this. So the knob itself will come with a ring that clips around here and make it sit flush. Basically what you're looking at right now. So I have it just double stuck here, and then the cable plugs in at this back corner here. I have the cable ran down between the shift boot. So if you pop the shift boot out, there's a little bit of space and there's a little bit of give because of the material. So I have it tucked in there. There is a clip center here that locks it in. So if you do decide to do it this way, just keep the cable off to the left or right when you clip this back down, and then you can double stick your knob right there. And I find like it's a pretty cool area. I mean, with your hand on the shifter, you do have the ability to hit that button and turn it, and you can still access your drive mode control. So I think that's a pretty cool spot. Unfortunately, there's really not a lot of spaces in this car that kind of make sense for the knob. It does also come with a flush cup. So if you feel like making a fairly sizable hole in one of your panels, you can, in theory, make that hole, and then this will sit flush, and the knob will only stick up about that far, as opposed to being up this tall. So you do have that as an option. So the knob will come this with that cup. It'll come with the flush cup, and then it'll also come with a double stick pad that follows the contour of the back of the knob, and then you can stick that down on there. And then we did briefly go over that cable run. So what I did is we pop up the shifter boot, and then we run that cable up with the tweeter wire, and then we'll be able to access it through here and pull it up. Originally I had the knob in this back corner, so I do have the center console in mind, but there's a spot right here. I had it stuck here originally, but it's kind of in a weird place. It's kind of hard to get to when you're driving, and the shape of this isn't completely flat, so after a while the knob didn't stick very well. So I opted to move it up onto this side here. And the flush cup looks really similar in size to this area here. It's about an 1/8 inch too wide. I wish it was a little smaller because there's technically nothing under here. So this would have been a really nice place to hole saw it and flush this guy in there and make it look a little bit more factory. But at least this way, if you pop up the shift boot, you can hide the cable and don't worry about pinching. It's a pretty small cable and there's a little bit of give, so you'll be okay if you're careful with it. But other than that, I mean, you guys have all the option. It's your car. You can pick where you want to put it, whatever feels better for you guys. So if you feel like running cables further around, you can put it wherever you feel like doing that. So that's the DRC AC knob. That's how it works, and that's 1 or 2 install options for you guys, and you can kind of pick and choose how you want to do that. So that is that knob.